Hey, what's going on? Joe Gerardi here, and I hope you guys are having a great Friday. Today's enhancing of the Urban Mandala number 4 that I'm doing. I really had an issue with the mandala that I created on Wednesday. During the creation phase, it's where a lot of the experimentation happens, and when you're looking things over, there's a lot of, does this work? Can this work? Can this piece together? And I really had an issue with thinking things through on Wednesday. It just didn't feel right. It didn't work properly. I don't think it was pretty. I don't think it made much sense. So I thought it over for Wednesday night and Thursday, and on Friday I really had a much clearer vision of how I wanted to approach this mandala. I really felt that the strengths of these images was in the architectural details and in those windows and those little fine little engravings and metalwork and the symmetry of the buildings. And so I really focused in on perfecting it and mirroring a lot of those details, and then portraying the idea of stacking so that there was a front to back idea of the smaller the buildings in the back are much bigger, or at least give that perception of it being bigger. I also like the ideas and the way the blues and the tans and the oranges and the greens worked well together and in a certain pattern that I think really enhanced these things. Doing these mandalas is always a learning process for me. When I shoot, I'm shooting more of what's around or what I can see or what I can get and what I can look at, and my constraints of time. It's usually when I'm heading to work, and I've been having a very busy week over the busy year so far, which is fantastic, but then you don't really have the time to explore. It's also been really cold out, so I haven't been exploring the city to find new things. And those constraints sometimes hinder you, and you need to learn to get past them. And then you need to learn to really see. A lot of retouching, a lot of creativity, and a lot of any of these tasks, the tasks themselves are quite easy, quite simple. It's not that it's complex to do any one piece of these projects. It's more the learning to see, learning to have the vision of how something is going to go together in the long run. And that's one of the challenges of doing these mandalas that I set for myself, is to have this vision, figuring out what you're going to shoot, looking at what you shot, and then creating something really interesting and enhancing that to something that really sings in the end. And then also moving on. I can't spend a whole year working on one project. It would not be in my interest, and I need to just move on and learn something new. Learning is such an inspirational concept. Not that these mandalas are challenging the world, but it's just a matter of they teach me something each time. And every time you learn something new and you put it into practice and you test it and you see if it works or see if it doesn't work, this whole YouTube experience for me is all about testing things out and seeing what works, what doesn't work, seeing what you guys like, seeing what an expanded audience likes, seeing what I enjoy. Has been evolving over the years. I'd really like to know down below in the comments if there's any suggestions you guys have for the different types of art projects that you'd like to see me explore, or different locations you'd like to see me shoot for these urban mandalas. My plans are to, explore the city more as the weather gets warmer and as I can ride my bike around and find very interesting locations. If you haven't yet, hit that like button down below and make sure you hit the subscribe button. I find inspiration on Mondays and I shoot around New York City or wherever I might be and find these inspirations, and then on Wednesdays I put together these urban mandalas, and it's the creative process of trying to figure out what's going to work. And then on Fridays, I enhance and make these pieces more finalized. I hope you like these videos, and I hope you like this mandala. I think it came out really nice. Remember to inspire, create, and enhance every day. I'll see you in the next video. remember to check out Quantum Variant's Instagram page for higher resolution and better resolution of these images.